Hi 102, I'm Sergeant Farouz Vahid, and before I begin this video, you and I both know that you did not drink enough water. 8 glasses, alright? So, pause the video, grab a water bottle, fill it up, take a sip, come back here. Are you done yet? For the 10% of you who actually did that, that's great. Not only is your skin gonna be looking better, you're gonna feel more fresh, and you're gonna have less headaches, which subsequently will lead to more productivity. So, regarding productivity, what we're going to be talking about today is goals and systems. Being in the cadet program, we strongly value goals. So not only do we encourage you to imagine or try and see yourself in the future within the program, we also encourage you to look at your academic career, look at your sporting career, or even just your mental and physical well-being of where you want to be and where you see yourself and what practices you might want to include into your daily routine. So goals are great, but systems keep everything running smoothly. I want you to imagine a subway system, not the TTC, that one's a little iffy. But when you see a subway system, you have different stations, different stops, different places that you want to go, and that differs for everyone. But there are different ways or different means of getting there. So there's different stages where you start, and there are different paths that you can take. However, each and every one of those systems or each and every one of those routes require enough discipline for you to be able to stick to them, and they also run in a timely manner, except the TTC. Oh my god, it's so annoying sometimes. But what I'm going to share to you today, share with you, share to you, I don't know, are a couple of methods that I've been using while in quarantine. Yeah, quarantine. Anyways. Being a senior cadet, we have a lot of things that we need to plan for younger cadets, different clubs, or things that we need to prepare for this year and next year regarding our evaluations. And also being a student, we also want to make sure that we're on top of our studies. Now, I've spoken to a couple of cadets who've shared a lot of their great techniques, either it be sticking to a schedule, getting dressed in the morning, making themselves look more presentable in order to maintain their productivity. I'm going to share to you a couple things that I've been working on, and maybe a challenge at the end of the video, or mid-video, that you might want to try and share the results with me. Alright? So, let's begin. What I really want to smack down with systems is that it is a lifestyle change. It's not something that you just look at and you say you're going to get it done, but not actually work towards. It's small little things that you introduce into your daily lifestyle or certain routines, alright? So, I'm going to give you an example today. I really wanted to work on my strength during quarantine because of this. Coincidentally, my friend called me up one day and asked if I wanted to do 30 days of yoga with her. And I thought that was a great chance to do it. So almost every day we've been FaceTiming and following through a video and doing it together. But there are days where we can't do it together. It's become a part of my daily routine. But in order to make sure that I stick to it when my friend isn't pestering me through the phone, I had to make a visual reminder. So one system that I put in place is visual placement. And I'm going to show you. Okay, so quick room tour. There's my bed. This is always going to be in my line of sight. This example of a visual placement system leaves my yoga mat, my yoga blocks, my pillow, maybe some runners, they're indoor, and a nice yoga blanket over there. So every single time I feel like I'm putting it off, that's where I look. It eventually smacks me in the face and I end up doing it. Some days you're not going to have it.
Nope. I'm not having it.
On the days where I wake up and I'm so-called not having it, I just get out of bed and roll out the yoga mat. Do the first step. Go make a fresh pot of coffee, freshen up a little bit, put on my yoga clothes, and just look at the mat. Sit on it, say I'm gonna do yoga. Get into the basic posture and then end up going through the routine, because what you're probably planning on doing is going to be beneficial to you. So you're not only going to be feeling great that you've been productive and done something to, shift your lifestyle, but you're also going to be kind of happy that you were able to develop some sort of system that works for you, and you're also going to feel more accomplished by having done something maybe so early on in the day. This leads to my challenge for you guys, creating a vision board. So I'm sure you guys have all seen it. If not, I'm just gonna include some in the video while I'm talking. I'm gonna make one over the next week and I challenge you to do so too. I'm gonna be personally looking over 2 years. You can choose however long you want. Make it realistic though. And I'm gonna include some of the places where I'm gonna be seeing myself. So in 2 years, I'm gonna be finishing high school. I'm gonna be looking to post-secondary school and potentially a career or a degree that I wanna study. And unfortunately, I'm gonna be close to aging out of cadets. So I'm gonna envision myself or imagine the characteristics and skills that I want to obtain by that time and find stock photos, go through magazines, maybe a couple things I can cut out that your parents aren't going to get mad at you for cutting out, and just sticking them onto a board. I encourage you to, tap into the creative side of you. It doesn't have to be anything special. You can choose a couple geometric patterns with colors. Really make it your own, and also send the pictures to this email that I'm including into the description box because I haven't made it yet. So once you email them to me here, I'm going to include them in the next video. I can put your names on if you want, and if you don't want them, then I'm just not going to put your names on them. But I strongly encourage you to do it because it's going to be a visual reminder for you to work towards something that you want in your life, that you're going to feel inspired to look at. All right? So hop on that. The next thing that I encourage you to do is create an auditory setting for yourself. I'm sure a lot of you are into music, especially if you're in a band. So I encourage you to make a couple of playlists. Make a morning playlist, something that really gets you pumped up and that when you hear it, you immediately think waking up, springing up, all right? I want you to think of maybe a music playlist if that's how you work best. So when you hear this music, over a course of a couple days, you're automatically going to be inclined to study when you listen to that music. I have a reading playlist, so I have a couple of lyrical and non-lyrical music that I play, and whenever I put it on and go towards reading, automatically my focus improves because I've been listening to this playlist for about 2 years now. So it could be music, or it could be a podcast. Make a routine to listen to a podcast at a certain time of day and find a podcast that you like. I personally have the CBC radio app, which I'm really happy with because I have a lot of CBC podcasts or CBC radio segments available. Currently, I'm obsessed with Quirks and Quarks, and I'll put a screenshot of it right there. And it's been really great to learn about scientific advancements and scientific discoveries that are happening, that are very recent, and listening to a lot of very insightful people. So I strongly encourage you to look at creating an auditory setting for yourself that will put you into the mood to be more productive and maybe to strive towards more of your goals. Lastly, I have written reminders. So they kind of play into visual placement, but written reminders are just strictly written. They're words, all right? So not all of us have the opportunity or are gifted with a whiteboard. So what you can do is use dry erase on mirrors. Not only are you seeing the outfit of the day, you're also seeing some of the tea my mom brought me and some dry erase markers on my mirror. Over here is just a constant reminder of the stuff that I have to do over the day. And it's kind of satisfying to just check off the stuff that I've done, all right? So I've got some debate admin stuff, physical activity, the fitness challenge that I encourage all of you to do, and a couple of self-care stuff, all right? Hello. So not only are we putting just a bunch of written reminders, we're also putting a reminder that you are very cool. Yeah, you are. I also have a couple of discipline stuff, including my camp motto, 8 hours work, 8 hours play, 8 hours sleep. Very important that you stick to that, especially if you don't have a well-set schedule. And also a reminder that work and energy go into a glow. So that could be a glowing attitude or a glowing skin. You decide and you strive for it. I also have a couple of self-care stuff that I want to make sure that I'm doing throughout quarantine. That was my method of written reminders, dry erase markers on mirrors, but you can use a dry erase board, you can use a chalkboard, you can use a cork board. I use my cork board for pictures, but if it works for you, it works for you. That being said, any system that you see that you've implemented and it's not working for you, you're just not having it.
Nope. I'm not having it.
What you do, tweak it, make it work for you. You cherry pick. If you see something works for someone, but not their entire routine, just take a little bit of that, a little bit of this, cook up in a little kitchen what you like, all right? That being said, make sure that you're getting your stuff done and you're not going to school late, but you don't necessarily have to wake up at 5 in the morning if it's not working for you. Just make a nice compromise where you can get all the stuff you need to get done, as well as feeling productive and feeling like, you've got it. That being said, once you found a way that it works for you, make sure to put positives on your written reminders as well, because, it's nice to wake up in the morning, head to the mirror and just unsuspectingly see something that's positive, like, hey, you look great today, or you're doing it. Just something encouraging, something to keep you going, all right? And although this has nothing to do with written reminders, it might be a nice thing to write down the 888 rule or the 888 system, the one that we most often do at camp. 8 hours work, 8 hours play, 8 hours sleep. It's a pretty good structure of how your day in quarantine should be working, all right? So remember, small steps go for miles, and allow yourself time to learn. You can't be a master at everything when you try it, and it definitely takes a lot of practice. The first week, or I guess March break, part of the quarantine, I was an absolute mess. My sleep schedule was horrible. I'm not saying it's too much better now, but it's better. And I wasn't feeling very happy. Allow yourself some time, get used to it. We're all here for you, so contact a senior, contact an officer if, you want to reach out, or talk to your friends. That definitely helps. Find what works for you, all right? So I'm Sergeant Firuzbahi. Thank you for watching this video. Stay safe, work hard, and be nice.